you may not be able to get this one. This is nice.
Nice, big bone to chew on.
Okay. And you're going to read this to me, right? Okay.
Clifford,
Well, I think you can see why I like to volunteer. It's such a rewarding experience to see the children learn and just to see their eyes light up when they do discover something new. Their eagerness, it's a whole new experience to be with these kids and watch them bring your world to life. We often work with the children who need some extra help. And obviously, the teacher has a full schedule of things to do for the day. I believe I can provide that extra help in the time that I'm here and give a little bit of extra attention that the children need to get them going in the right direction and bringing them up to the place they need to be.
Okay. Michael, you want to draw the first card? Okay, read that one to us.
Amy's uncle is this one right here?
Cautioned.
Cautioned his nephews and nieces about tobacco, alcohol, and drugs.
I love volunteering in schools. It's one of the highlights of my week. I usually come on Tuesday morning for a couple of hours, and I look forward to it. Well, first of all, I think Middletown is a really neat place to live. Other than the 4 years I was in college, I've lived here my whole life, and I love the community. And I think one of the things that people who love a community want to do is to give something back to the community. And I particularly like volunteering in schools because I think anytime you do something for children, it's the most valuable thing you can do for your community.
I like volunteers to come in and help me because I get better grades and I correct what I did wrong. Plus, it helps me learn more about my mistakes.
One of the things as a former teacher that I know good teachers realize very quickly is that it's impossible to do everything that you know to do because there are too many children and not enough of you. And so my own experience in the past has been that volunteers can double and triple what you can get done. And so I think it really is helpful for a teacher to have a volunteer.
So I do have fun with the volunteers when they come to school because we do a lot of stuff, a lot of activities to help us bring up our grades and to help us understand things.
Usually when they come in, they help us with our work, and they usually, if we are like very good, they'll give us like prizes and like games and that kind of stuff.
Well, one thing I get out of volunteering is the sense that I am returning something to somebody else. I think in retirement it's easy to think about all the things that you've wanted to do for 30 or 40 or 50 years and plan to do all those things to take care of you and your little world. But volunteering helps you to see that there is a bigger world and that there are needs and concerns that go beyond just the things that you see every day.
Well, I teach kindergarten. I have 26 kindergartners, and it's very important that the volunteers come in and assist me. Actually, I feel like when they're in, they're not just volunteers, they're actually co-teachers because they have so much to offer. But they are able to take children individually or in small groups to work with them on skills that they maybe need a little help with. That I can't give them that help one-on-one because I have 25 other children to deal with. So it's wonderful to have my 2 volunteers on Tuesday and my Friday morning volunteer come in and assist the kids with whatever skills they need to work on.
Okay, yes we can. Let's turn the page. There it is again. Yes we can. And, yeah, look at this picture here. That was on election night in Chicago, and a lot of people, thousands and thousands of people, went to a park to hear him give his first speech after he got elected.
When you give of yourself and of your time, what you do give when you see a benefit of what you've offered to others, I think that's probably the most rewarding thing you can do with your time. And probably the compensation is far greater than what you can do by maybe something that where you're financially compensated for. Time's precious for all of us. But I think giving back to individuals or community is probably the most rewarding thing any of us can do.
Who are some of the people that you have volunteering?
Well, yesterday at Highview, we had Senator Gary Cates in reading to the children. He's going to be a volunteer there on a regular basis every week. This morning we had State Representative Tim Derrickson. He'll be a volunteer here every week. We have Police Chief Greg Schwarber and both Major Van Arsdale and Major Hoffman. Former school principal and teacher John Shepard, and many people who are just interested in working in the community.
We have 8 police officers volunteering. We have 2 in each school. We have our council members split up to different schools. We have our state representative and our senator in different schools, giving the children a variety of backgrounds, careers, just different exposure.
On Tuesday afternoon, Mrs. Albergate and Mrs. Fisher come to my classroom, and whatever skills we've been working on, such as rhyming, people think that rhyming is such an easy skill, but for little ones it's not. And so I enlighten them about who's having problems or who's not hearing the rhymes. They can take a game or an activity sheet or some puppet or something out and help the children hear the rhymes, see the rhymes, say the rhymes. And it's just a wonderful opportunity for those children to get that one-on-one, especially with an adult. They really don't have to have any special training at all. Just a few minutes with me to enlighten them on what we're working on that week.
Falls out a one.
New. That makes the E and the W in this word makes a different sound. And it's new.
New.
Mm-hmm. How does that begin?
Done.
Don't.
Don't.
That's it. Worry.
Referred.
Well, I think you can see why I like to volunteer. It's such a rewarding experience to see the children learn and just to see their eyes light up when they do discover something new. Their eagerness, it's a whole new experience to be with these kids and watch them bring your world to life.